Hey kids, this is X-Ray Vision, aka Pulse Ray Vision, or as a lot of people just call me Max. And I'm coming to you live from Cuatro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement, as always. We've got a pretty cool show for you guys today. We're going to be talking about the Pulsechain tour. We're also going to be covering a product called Carpe Diem. So I'm going to let my guests introduce themselves clockwise, in case you don't know them or where they're from. They can tell how they ended up here in crypto land and what they're up to. Go ahead, Silly.
Yeah, so I am Silly, and my real name is Silvan Liklikuwata. And Silly is just a short abbreviation of it. And I am from Europe, Netherlands, and Switzerland. And I am the founder of Carpe Diem Pension. It's in my knowledge, the first pension fund on the blockchain. And also on Pulsechain. I have been a hexagon since early 2020, so I actually bought the all-time low, or I was 3 days off or something like that. So I was pretty lucky with that. I learned a lot in my years being in the crypto space, and I have took those lessons and tried to apply things to my project.
You're muted, bro. All right. Hey, so Vets in Crypto. What's up, everybody? Glad to be here. An honor and a privilege. So thank you. You can catch me on Vets Crypto on X and Vets in Crypto with the C on YouTube. Started mining in 2017. Lost kind of in and out of track about crypto, and then between RH and the hexologist, found my way into the hex community. First step one is build your staking ladder, and that was complete. And then we got our copy over on Pulsechain, and let's have some fun in crypto world now. That's what it's all about. So that is my story, and I'm going to stick to it. Marine Corps veteran, did 4 years, got in, got out. And that's what we talk about over on my channel as well. So
awesome. Great. And how about you, Kaylin?
All right. I go by Black Hexagon on Twitter and Instagram and all these social media platforms. But as most of you who have met me in person know, my name is Kaylin. For the last 3 years, I have been touring the US and a little bit of Europe, putting on these cryptocurrency events, a lot of educational events, but also a mix of social events. I brought my peer, my teammate here, SJ, a wild SJ, because she is also on the Pulsechain tour with me. And since we were going to be talking about the tour, I thought she would provide some awesome insight as well.
Awesome. And Left?
Hi. Well, my name is even more complicated than Silly's. It's Eleftherios Giacomakis, so I just go by Left. Well, I'm a blockchain developer, almost 5 years now, 4.5. It's been very exciting being a developer and seeing stuff from a developer perspective. So I ended up here because I'm Silly's developer, and I hope to be for a long time. I really like C. He's a very good owner. I've met many clients, but Silly's very, fair, and he has a good vision, and try to stick with him. Well, I have a bit history with Hex. I bought the first days, but I just sold it the next one, so I regret it. So I've tried to stick to the blockchain. Nice to meet you all, and yeah.
Awesome. And so you're the dev for Carpe Diem, and you've been working with Sealy, right?
Yeah, that's right. I made the contracts, and I helped the UI integration, and I'm helping with odd and bugs and anything he needs. Yeah.
Awesome. And Wild SJ appears in the lower left corner. Go ahead and let people know who you are in case they don't know you already.
Sure. Hey, everybody. I am AYSJ, and I have been around these parts since the bear market began. I was born in the bear market. It's all I know. I heard there's something called a bull market, but I have yet to see that. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm most well known in the community for having done the audiobook of Richard Hart's book, Sci-Fi, as well as his other book, 15 Ways to Fix the World. And like my lovely cohort over here said, we are now on a mission to fix the money, fix the world, and tell everyone that Hex is better than Bitcoin with Captain RG3 at the helm of this Pulsechain tour. The three of us go around and, get to talk about how awesome DeFi is and how it really can be life-changing. So that's what I do.
Awesome. Thank you for introducing yourself. We've got Vets in Crypto also in the chat. Unidef 369. Me. Tell people to like, subscribe, don't forget. We got Pay Me Hex says, let's go. G says, while SJ in the house, and Fast Legend says, tell me your secrets.
I like the name change, by the way. Pulse Ray Vision. It's very nice.
Right? Yeah.
It's a work in progress. We'll just say that. Hexray Chick has been secretly going behind me and like changing it back to Hexray Vision. She's pissed about all the money we spent on T-shirts and stickers. So
I mean, Hexray Vision doesn't have quite the ring to, because it's like X-ray vision. But
yeah, that was the. Yeah.
I mean, maybe do a fire sale and liquidate some of the stock, and maybe she won't be as pissed.
I was told they'll eventually become collector's items, right? Like I can sign them, they'll never be made again. I don't know.
Hey, you can make an NFT out of them. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I did mod some of the people here in chat, so check your pocket. You probably got a shiny wrench there. You're part of my wrench army now. And I know what you guys are thinking, is that Liberace stunt double? No, it's not. I wanted to wear the most Pulsechain party shirt I could find. And so this seemed pretty apt for talking about what's going down in Vegas. So I'm going to turn this over to Kaylin and let her talk about what's going on. What is it, T-minus 9 days now?
Yeah, 10 days, I believe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So first, you're gonna have to, wash that shirt and bring it to Vegas, because what else would you wear to the Pulsechain party? But yeah, we can get into it. Maybe if you want to share the pulsechaintour.com website for all of you out there. If you want to get tickets or get information, definitely visit pulsechaintour.com. Is Max frozen?
Yeah, I'm frozen, but every time I try to share my screen, I gotta restart my camera. So here, I got this up for you, and I'll work on changing my screen. But go ahead.
All right. So I don't know if you can enlarge just like one side of the screen a little bit to be able to show like the events real close. The first event is on Wednesday. Yeah, that'd be great. And then you can scroll down. I'll wait for you. So yes, the first event that we have, a part of our amazing 3-day weekend or week, because it starts on Wednesday in Vegas, is the Pulsechain Tour Top Golf Meetup. I personally love Top Golf. It's the perfect like adult atmosphere as far as like good food, drinks, and then a little bit of activity. So we have some private bays rented out. We also have a private section rented out. So even if you're not into the whole golf part, there'll still be plenty of things for you to do, socialize, network, eat, drink, have a merry old time. This event, I believe, is down to only 4 tickets left. So I do expect this one to sell out. So if you don't already have your tickets to Top Golf, I would hop on that one ASAP. The next event, if you want to scroll down. Yes, is Thursday. So we have 2 opportunities for Thursday. Thursday is what we consider our VIP day, where I have crafted out a whole day of activities. I'm not going to explain exactly what those activities are, They're confidential, but I can tell you that it is a great day of planned fun, meals, all food, all drinks, everything included. There is only one ticket left for this VIP Thursday. So, unfortunately, if you are coming with your spouse and you want to do this, we don't have a set of two left. But yeah, we have a really great group here. I don't want to expose anybody, but you're definitely missing out if you're not hanging out with this crowd.
I'll be there.
Yeah, this is a top-notch group of community members, I must say. But what you can do if you're not going to participate in this whole VIP Thursday, we have two different events, and you'll see them if you scroll down that also happen on that Thursday where you can come and meet up with the VIPs. One is the karaoke. That's the last event that we have of the night, and you can scroll down Hex or Pulse Ray if you want. Um, so yeah, so this is another thing. Like, let's say that you have nothing to do on Thursday. We have a Hexagon tattoo artist. He goes by the name of Hexagon Tattooer on Twitter, and he has rented out a room in the link to be able to do tattoos. So you can also book your appointment with him on our website. But in addition to that, the next event down is the karaoke event. So that is the last event of our VIP day, but it's opened up to everybody. If you want to come and hear RG3 sing like a pirate or rock and roll, I don't know what it is that he's going to do, but I do know that he will be singing. So
Nice.
that you are interested in, I would definitely come through for this karaoke meetup on Thursday night. So then we roll on to Friday. The next event, if you want to scroll down again, is the seminar. And to me, I mean, like every event that we do on this Pulsechain tour has its own like theme, it has its own variation of speakers. But this being Vegas, knowing that we were going to have a lot of support for this event, we really wanted to make this event special. So to me, this is probably one of the best seminars, like lineup wise, that we've ever had. So if you want to go into the event and go to details, we can actually look at the schedule of what all is going to be happening at this seminar. Yeah, it's a full day event. You'll probably have to
shrink it back up now.
Yeah, a little bit. That's probably good. And then
go.
go down to where it says schedule. Yep, right there, and click view all or see all. Yeah. So the first part of our day, outside of just registration and meet and greet, is going to be a Pulsechain Pitch Fest. We partnered with the Pulsechain Foundation. They are putting up the funds for the winner. They actually put up $2,500, and then Ben Armstrong, our winner of our what did he do? Like karate fight the other night. He put up, he matched it with another 2,500. So now the prize for this Pitch Fest is actually $5,000, which I think is really great for our first event. So we have 5 different projects that have either already launched and in like the very introductory phase of their project, or have yet to launch and would like to launch on Pulsechain, that will be pitching their project to a panel of judges. And then the judges will decide a winner. After the Pitch Fest, we have the Better Than Bitcoin session by Captain RG3, followed by a RH ecosystem talk by RH Max. Then right before our lunch period, we'll do some raffles, giveaways. You can keep scrolling down. When we come back from lunch, we have Pulse Domains. If you guys aren't aware, he is responsible for Pulse Domains. You could be blackhexagon.pulse like me, or whatever it is .pulse, just like the .eth ones. And he does an amazing overview of all the different utilities and projects that have launched on Pulsechain, and like their comparison projects, for example, Uniswap versus PulseX or whatever it may be. He really tries to give you some perspective as to what all has been built on Pulsechain. After Pulse Domains, the reason why I wore my hat today is for Axis Alive, because when I tell you this community, his community of Axicans or the boardroom, whatever it is that they call themselves, they have supported this event like no other. I want to say that they told me that their community is coming like 30 deep to this event.
Hell yeah, we are.
And I know that a lot of other people are coming, but I haven't seen one, like community within the community, like stand up as much as they have and said, hey, we're getting behind this. We're going to be there in large numbers. So big shout out to Axis Alive. And you already know he always brings the alpha. So I'm really excited to hear his talk. And then after him, we have the Kings of Las Vegas, Dollar Cost Crypto, and Charlie, also known as Cultivate Crypto. They will be doing their talk, followed by 2 different panels of live AMA. On the first panel, if you click View More, I believe it'll say their names. Crypto Coffee, Dollar Cost, Cultivate Crypto, and Access Live. And then in the second panel, it's Ben Armstrong, RG3, and that TBA, I need to update that, is actually Donovan Jolly, I believe is how you say his name. He also, you might know his YouTube channel by DIY Investing. And so, yeah, we have a great lineup. I love seeing some of these larger crypto streamers, influencers starting to like not only just talk about Pulsechain, but want to be involved in live, like the community, wanting to come out and support these events to really get Pulsechain, going viral, get it on the map. So that's the seminar. We do have a private dinner right after the seminar. Unfortunately, those tickets are already sold out. So can't get that one if you don't already have your tickets to that. But you can join us for the after party, which we rented out a private club. It's called Club Ego. We have a live DJ. We have open bar. It's a beautiful club that I actually really like. So I think it's going to be a great event for us. And then after all of that activity and fun, there's nothing left to do but to try to recover at brunch. So we are having a recovery brunch at the Caesar's Palace buffet. It is one of the most recognized, one of the most popular buffets in Las Vegas as far as like the quality of a buffet. Because of the style and how much more they charge when you do an actual group as far as service fees and built-in gratuity, we thought we would try and save people some money and not actually, rent out a whole section within the buffet. But if you want to meet us there at 12 o'clock, then we can try and all get in there together and try and get tables together. So that's kind of how we're going to do that one, just to try to help people's pockets a little bit with this last event.
And am I correct in thinking that there's all you can eat crab?
Yes. There's all you can eat crab at the Caesar's Palace buffet.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. Great question, SJ. Very important.
Put a +1 in chat if you guys are going to be in Vegas, and also put a +2 in chat if you're going to be in Salt Lake. You've got Salt Lake coming up next month on April 13th as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually just published this event today. You can see this beautiful building. It is a Web3 co-working space. So Nerd United is hosting us in that event. I'm really excited about that event as well, because we're going to cover some topics that we haven't previously covered. If you guys know Dracatis from Tang Talk Wireless, he's going to be one of the speakers at that event. So we're going to be diving a bit into NFTs. We're going to be diving a bit into AI technology. It's really going to be vast Web3 technology and whatnot. So I'm really looking forward to that Utah event as well.
Awesome. And we've got quite a few celebrities hanging out here in chat. Of course, Fast Abdul, RG3 hasn't got tickets yet. Hex Clips is in the house. Crypto Coffee, Red Squirrel, Bitfinesse. I haven't seen you for a while, man. It's really good to see you. That's in Crypto, Alex P, JB's in the house. Things are getting exciting. And of course, Fast Abdul says he's a 0.5 considering. We find your lack of faith disturbing.
What kind of
Fast and
bribes
dual.
do I need to
Commit.
talk about?
Commit, bro.
Right?
Right.
And then
And
RG says he saw SJ's eyes when she heard she can eat ocean bugs.
I see RG wants me to mention the fact that Tang Talk Wireless has supported the tour by giving us a number of Tang Talk Wireless NFTs that we'll be giving away on the tour. So we will be giving away one in Vegas, one in Utah, and the other events. So that's something. If you want to go back to the homepage, I actually want to recognize all these different contributors who have supported the Pulsechain tour. Just go to the home button if you can, and then it's going to be on the left side, and you can just scroll down right under organizers.
Look at RG reminding of us to do things.
Right? Yeah, right under the organizers. Keep going down.
Good job.
Yeah. So Discourse Syndicate, KSB TV, we still have Pulse and PulseX that they donated that we're giving away. Pulsechain Foundation, Hex Toys, RPE. Some of you guys know Brian Magruder, Tank Talk, Make It Miriam, Hex Fashion, Hex Merch, Aussie's Greatest, Side Effects. I mean, all these people have given something to the tour for us to be able to give away at these events. And that generosity, that support of the tour, it means so much to us. Because we don't really make money off these events. Like, we're very happy when we break even on these events. So if we had to spend that much more money on swag, to give away and for swag bags and all those kind of things, that would really be, another, issue for us or whatnot. So much appreciated to those guys. I think we should also, while we're here, talk about our tour NFTs. And so that's why I wanted to bring SJ on so she could kind of go over that. She is our lead artist when it comes to our NFTs. And all of our NFTs go to support our tour. So if you click on the NFTs tab, that little button up there, then I'll pass the mic over to SJ.
Yeah.
Can I have a question first?
Sure.
How many tickets are left for the seminars?
For the seminar, I want to say last time I checked, there were 20 tickets left to the seminar.
Yeah, so to me, it seems like the most interesting part. So, guys, get the tickets for the seminars.
Yeah, absolutely. The seminar is also where we had the largest capacity. So it's really impressive that our biggest event while out there is that close to being sold out.
What are we looking at? Like 150 seats, or what's the number? What's the capacity?
120.
Okay, awesome, man. Good job. Yes.
Excellent.
And I'm just gonna throw my 2 cents in. I've been to several events that Black Hexagon has hosted along with SJ and everybody. And there's nothing better than the in real life meetups. So especially like she touched on, this one's going to be a special one. This is one of those that you do want to try to make the effort to get there, even if it's a day, you're like, you can't get to Top Golf, at least fly in Thursday night or something, be there for the seminar, meet and greet. It goes a long way. So.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. And if you can't, if for some strange reason, we're not going anywhere near where you are, or you just don't want to leave your home ever, there's another way to support the tour, and that is through these NFTs. So when this idea first started getting talked about, I was already dabbling in AI art. I have a background in photography, and I thought, well, if we're going to do this, let me try and take a stab at putting together some art for these NFTs. And slowly, the ideas kind of started to come together, and I wanted to feature each location with each NFT. And they've really kind of taken off in terms of the creativity behind them. So the way that the NFT, what you're looking at right now, so our Pulsechain Tour NFT collection, that's the flagship collection, I guess is a way that you could put it. And anyone who comes to one of these events, if you buy a ticket to our event, usually it's a seminar, or Kaylin, remind me, because I know it's every seminar, but then Top Golf is getting one too, right? So
yeah,
it's
we're trying to do them for every single event. If you bought a ticket at some point, then you will get a NFT. So even if, like the karaoke event, even if it doesn't have its own special NFT, then we'll give you the Las Vegas NFT. So any event ticket that you purchase, you are guaranteed to get an NFT. If you click on that tour collection button, because we have two different collections, so then that can kind of show you, and as she talks us through a little bit more about this loyalty program NFT that we do.
Yeah, so kudos to Kaylin who came up with the way that this works, because really what it is there's so many people. I mean, Jake, Betts here, for example, is someone that has come, and I believe Max as well. We've had multiple people come to multiple events. Last year we did 10 different stops, I think. And, this year we're doing, I think, maybe more than that. So if you have, let's say, like you came to several events last year and you're planning to go to a few this year, you may already qualify for one of these upgrades. So, for example, the classic NFT, right? And there's different ways to go about this, right? Like, let's just say you already went, even though this probably isn't anyone that's done this yet, but let's just say you went to 10 events already and you've got one of these NFTs for every event that you went to. You could technically have you can buy click 10 classic NFTs and receive a free gold NFT. So you see that the way the loyalty program works is that it stacks, right? And you can also, if you don't, if you are just interested in maybe getting the gold NFT or the rare NFT because of what value they have behind them, you can buy like the artwork. I'm still putting out the artwork for the NFTs from last year, right? So that's kind of a little bit of a slower process. But if you wanted one of these benefits of the more high quality NFT or the more high value NFTs, you could just buy 10 of the Houston NFTs or 10 of the, gold Cali NFTs because they're already available to you. And then you would be able to qualify, for example. Okay, so this is super exciting. We just had our first rare NFT purchase, and I love what we're doing with this rare NFT. So first of all, the rare NFT looks cool. Like it's definitely rare looking. It's really exciting to me as the artist who got to put this all together.
And you can scroll down and see some of the NFTs. They're not still loading. That's just yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and keep scrolling until you see the rare one, and I'll talk about how that one works. So basically, someone purchased the rare NFT. There it is. And what we're doing for this rare edition NFT is you receive one free VIP admission to one of the events. And this is this is the coolest part. One rare tour swag bag with custom items. Y'all, this is one of a kind customized items specifically for you. Like the one we just did, we're gonna present this to the person, in Vegas, and y'all will get to see. Like I did a little bit of a deep dive. I don't know. I mean, we might kind of do something a little along these lines for everyone, but I really wanted to just kind of like go all in with this person and like find out a lot about them because they've been a big supporter of ours in the past as well. So I asked about favorite colors and quotes, and I kind of pulled some information out from them about their personality and some things that they like. So I cannot wait to see the look on this person's face when they receive this swag bag that has one of a kind customized Hex and Pulsechain items in it. It is going to be, I don't know, it's really exciting to me to see. So to answer that question, yes, it is retroactive. So if you did go to an event in the past, you can go to if you hover on the NFT button up there, you should see claim or redeem. So if you've come to an event in the past and you want to redeem one of the NFTs, you can do that. Like I said, I'm still working on the art. So the only one we have that's ready to go from last year so far is Dublin. And I'm gonna kind of keep working my way through those. Now that I've finished with doing the rare one of a kind swag bag really took priority because we wanted to make sure that we had that for Vegas. So now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna kind of get back to the grind in terms of turning out those older NFTs. But it's been great. Like I think that this is a really cool way for anyone to support the tour again, and for us to show our appreciation to anyone who has been someone who's come to these events, and it's a very reciprocal type loyalty program we got going on here. And then the ultra rare, we'll just mention that real quick because we're here, because we might as well. The ultra rare NFT. If you are crazy enough to want to have your own Pulsechain, let's just say you live in the middle of Kansas and no one's ever going to come to your tiny little town. You know what? We will come to your tiny little town if you buy this ultra rare NFT. That's what's going to happen. So the ultra rare NFT, a team member of your choice will come out and host a Pulsechain tour seminar, meetup. What are we calling it?
Event. We'll decide with the person.
Yep. So it is going to be really fantastic to see how that works out. I mean, the person who just bought the rare NFT has said they're toying with the idea of the ultra rare, and we're only going to do one of those at a time. So we may only do one, but who knows? Like, if we have enough time during the year, if someone buys that early enough, we might have time to do 2 of the ultra rare NFTs and come to 2 little tiny towns in the middle of nowhere. You never know. You never know.
Yeah. So yeah, as SJ was saying, buying our NFTs are a way to support the tour, even if you can't be there. It's also a loyalty program where you get one for your attendance. You can trade them, or not necessarily trade them because you keep your NFTs, but you can come to the website. You can say, hey, this is my address. I have 10. I would like a free ticket to the next event, blah, blah, blah. Those details are on the website as far as how many you need to have and what you can trade for, what you can get out of your collection. And then another way that you can kind of tune into the tour, if you can't make it in person to the event, is you can sign up, you can subscribe to our website and get access to the live stream. We live stream in Houston, and that went really, really well. And we're going to live stream. We're going to live stream in all the events that we can. But for sure, we'll also be live streaming in Las Vegas for that event if you can't make it in person. So that's another way that you can be a part of the event, even if you are in Europe or somewhere where you know that you're not going to make it in person, but you still really want to access that quality content from these very awesome, amazing speakers that we have in this community. So that's just another thing to touch on. We didn't really touch on the collaborative NFTs that we do. A big part of the Pulsechain tour is the fact that Pulsechain is made up of very, very many projects, contributors, all across the landscape, right? So we didn't want it just to be, RG3, SJ, Black Hexagon. No, we wanted this to be about the whole community. So at various events, not only do we bring in all these different speakers, but sometimes you'll see different projects come in and do their own giveaway. In Houston, we gave away some Texan, right? We did this collaborative NFT between the Texan community and the Pulsechain tour on the tab that says NFTs collabs, right? If you ever, I love that NFT because it has rags on it. You just scroll down. I think it's the second one. It might be the first one. No, it's the first one. My bad. You got to let that load. But anyway, so we do these collaborative NFTs so that we can incorporate other communities. And then with the sale of these NFTs, we do something that supports both communities. So for this one, we took half of the proceeds. We market bought Texan, so that supports their community, their price. And then we use that Texan to give away at the Houston event. And it ended up going to somebody who had no Texan. So now they have a brand new user, a brand new person within their community. So we love these collaborative NFTs. This is the second one we did. We did one with Tangang. Now we're doing this. We just did this one with Texan. And we're hoping that before every event, we do another collaborative NFTs. And again, shout out to SJ, the work, the art that she's putting into these NFTs. They stand alone, right? Like, people should just want to buy that NFT. And this one actually sold out. It minted all the way out in like 3 or 4 days or something like that. But all these NFTs have their own little special benefits. Like this one, there's a monthly draw of NFT holders to receive a airdrop of Texan token. For the Tangang one, There are, first access to another NFT that will come out. So all these NFTs within the collab collection have their own special benefits that are totally separate from the loyalty NFTs. So, I think that covers it. I don't want to like monopolize your whole stream talking about Pulsechain Tour, but we really this year we really tried to provide as much value as we could. We listened to the community. A lot of people were saying, how can I be involved if you're not coming to my city, if you're not coming to my country? We are going to Europe this summer. So that's something that's like really big for us. We partner with KSB. So KSB is going to be doing a number of events in Europe. They're going to Amsterdam, Berlin, Munich. We're doing a cruise that goes out of Venice. Then RG3 is going to come in towards the end of those 6 weeks, and he's going to also be putting on some events. One in London. I hear he might go to Portugal. So there's just a lot of things going on, and we'll continue to make updates to the website as those events are locked in. So, woo!
I have a question.
Yes.
So I'm working on the claim and the redeem and claim section on the website.
Yes.
So I only see like the two Irvine and Dublin. I'm sure are those gonna for people that want to submit for retro previous events.
So we don't want to get ahead of ourselves and have a bunch of information before we can actually deliver you the NFT. So as soon as the NFT is created and ready to be sent out, then that's when your city will be listed available to claim. So as soon as the Seattle or Portland or whatever NFT you're looking for is ready, then your city name will be added to the list, and then you'll be able to claim and redeem that. I like quick turnaround. So when somebody presses that claim button, I don't want them to have to wait another month to receive it. So I only put it on there as I'm ready to be able to send them to you.
Solid, man. Yeah, like usual. Yep.
Awesome. We've got more people here in the chat. RG3 showing up and talking about a cookout here, seminar and cookout with Chef Captain RG3.
Yeah, he's saying that.
Elaborate on that.
He's saying if you buy that ultra rare NFT, then maybe that's the type of event that you would do. If you've spent any like personal time with RG, he can throw down in the kitchen. He can make some really, really good tacos. He's a grill master. So he's saying, hey, you buy that ultra rare, he comes to your house and maybe does a cookout for you. Just an idea of what you could do with that personal meetup.
That's amazing. Cool.
And 007 McCrypto says World Tour is badass. And then it says always F in London, LOL. I don't know where Red Squirrel's at, but apparently it's not in London.
They want us to go somewhere else in the UK. Then you have to tell us where you want us to go in the UK, because we're
buy that ultra rare NFT.
Right, we're going to be circling the Europe, space. So if there's somewhere else in Europe that I didn't list that you want us to come, and you think that there's a good amount of community members in that area, let us know. Send us an email, and we'll see if we can work it in.
Cool. And as someone like I had a blast. Both me and my wife had a blast in Austin. We helped bury some bodies and make some special friendships there afterwards. It was a good time, a really good time. And when else do you get to hang out with KG and Walrus on the street, like talking shop and just hearing all about what they've got going on? It's like a special access, but everyone is there that you have been chatting with on X. Everyone's there that you've been in groups with on Telegram. All the YouTubers, if they can make it, are going to be there. So if you want like inside scoop, inside knowledge, and maybe some conversations that are hard to have, not at IRL, this is the place to be. There's like a magic that happens at the meetups.
For sure.
So thank you very, very much. And like I said, I'll be down there. I've got my room at the link, so I'll be there. I haven't looked into many of those events, but it sounds like some of the good ones are sold out. So I'll have to,
Bro, you're killing me. Come on.
I'm gonna sneak into the servant's entrance or something and wear an apron. French
There'll be a
maid
waiter
outfit.
coming in.
Yeah, I'll be carrying the shrimp too and the crab to Wild SJ. That's what I'll be doing.
Thank you.
Nice.
There's always one, man. I tell you.
And RGC says special friendships. It's weird that you put that in all caps. RG3, but I think I get it. And Compassion says we'll just walk the streets. Well, you can make good money in Vegas walking the streets. It says try it. Don't try it. Black X will drop you.
It's true.
He knows it. He knows it. I was like, this event's getting kind of big. I mean, I might have to hire a little security. I'm like this 5'2" nothing standing at the door, like, where's your ticket?
That's all right.
Yeah.
Everyone's got your back. Could be rolling deep.
Bull run moves right there.
Yeah.
Hires a bodyguard. I like it.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Like I said, I'm definitely going and want to get this information out there. I'll try to make a clip of some of the highlights here and release that too, so that pops up on other people's YouTube feed. But shifting gears now, I was on another tech talk and Hex Clips popped up in the comments and said, I know of a stealth launched product that's already finished and audited. And I'm like, well, tell me more. And so he sent me the link to Carpe Diem and their Telegram. And I thought, well, let's have these guys come on, explain what they put together, why they created it, who they created it for, and answer any questions people have about this token. And you guys can feel free to screen share or whatever, and we can walk through the website or whatever information you want to present.
All right. Yes. So thank you for having us. I just first talk about what it is briefly without sharing anything. You are right. Our tactic is really stealth. So we didn't announce anything. We just launched it, and then monitored if it was going good, all well, and then notified the community. I must say we did have a sacrifice phase, but that was in early 2023. So and during that sacrifice, we also stated we need at least 1 year to finish building the product, because we are already working on the idea since late 2020. But active development started in 2023. What is it? It is it's a pension fund in America. I think it's called a 401k or something like that. It's basically for your retirement. So what you do is you make a deposit every month, and by doing this, you are also putting to work a very good tactic. It's called dollar cost average. And by doing that, you build up a pension collateral or pension capital. And this capital or collateral will generate a payout for you. And this payout currently is about 9% a year. But as a token that goes along with it goes up in price, your collateral in dollars will also increase, of course. So so it's a very not over the top with yield or whatever. It's really focused to the serious investors and to the serious people who are putting work in, and they just want to have a secure and safe and flexible pension. And this is also why I built it. because I was already thinking about my future. When do I want to retire? What do I need to achieve this? And with regular pension funds, to be honest, I don't have trust in them anymore. And it's really horrible. They keep hiring the age at which you can retire. So in the Netherlands, it was like 65, and now it's, I believe, 67. And nobody asked for that, but they still did it. And what they also do is they lower the amount you get paid out. So why they do this is very interesting. They do this because they have a structural problem. So less people are being born, so less money is going in, and they make a lot of investments to try to make a profit. But all they do, these traders that trade for the pension funds, they get paid because they put in work, but they don't always win money back for the pension funds. So it's like a losing game. And because the World Economic Forum also writes about it. So the solutions for them is to higher the age, or lower the payout, or both. And you see that happening everywhere. So Carpe Diem pension works very different, because we have our own token. It's called CDP. It's Carpe Diem pension. And this token has a inflation of 4.32% a year. And this inflation, just like with HEX, is divided over all the participants. And this is the only place where the payout comes from. So when you make a deposit in CDP, it is locked forever. So let that sink in. It's locked forever. You cannot take it out. We cannot take it out. Nobody can take it out. And because this is locked forever, we actually burn it. So the tokens don't exist anymore when you deposit it. But in turn, you get shares, and the amount of shares you get is 1 share for every 1 CDP deposited. And these shares will basically calculate for you how many payout you can claim. So that was trying to have a short pitch, but it was not really short. But
you covered a lot right there. I mean, first of all, the idea of pensions obviously isn't working out very well for anyone around the world right now, in America or in Europe. Trying to work for a company for most of your career and then them taking care of you isn't something that people expect these days, I think, for the most part. So I like the idea that you're trying to find a solution or alternative for these people that does work, especially with, in the cost of inflation, right? The only thing in the last 10 years that has beat inflation is crypto. Stocks haven't kept up with inflation, even real estate. Like this house that I'm in has tripled in value since I've been in it on paper, right? In the last 7 years.
But all your shopping goods are also tripled in value.
Yeah, well, they 20x the money supply, right? So unless my house goes up by 20x, it doesn't keep up with the inflation of the U.S. Treasury, right? Or sorry, the Federal Reserve. So yeah, definitely, if you're trying to even sustain a lifestyle right now, you've got to be in something like crypto, or you've got to be really good at selling stuff, or really good at real estate. Like you've got to have some cash flow coming in, because no one's going to take care of you but you. right? So I appreciate that need that you're serving. So when you are trying to come up with the functions or the smart contracts and the tokenomics of how to put this together, you were saying earlier that people would make like a monthly deposit, hopefully, and they'd be buying the coins. And once you buy the coins, do you put them in a vault, or do you have a visual of this?
So, oh yeah, but I forgot to load it onto my laptop. But
Okay.
basically, the idea is when you have an income from working, you say, well, I sacrifice a certain percentage of that income, and I buy CDP with it. So with every paycheck you receive from your employer, you, for example, put 5% or 10% into CDP, and that CDP you deposit into our website, carpediempension.com, and yeah, that's the way to get shares. And while you're already doing this, one more thing, you can the payout starts immediately, so it happens every day, and days in Carpe Diem last 20 hours. I can come to that, back to that, why that is, but yeah, let's keep that for now. So you already start getting payout, so you can decide yourself when you want to retire. If your payout is sufficient, you say, well, I receive enough payout to retire, then you can just say, well, now is the time to retire. Where was I? Oh, yes. So you can also choose, instead of claiming the payout, you can also choose to redeposit the payout, or compounding with a more complex word. And when compounding or redepositing, you get 15% extra shares. So this amplifies your future payout, basically. So when you also do this every month, you basically really build up your pension.
Okay,
I see some cool questions in the chat, so let's go over them.
Yeah, go over those if you
can. Can you highlight them?
Yeah, and I've also got the Carpe Diem up. So the website, I'm gonna. Oh yeah, that's beat me to it already. He's a quick little squirrel. Yeah, we've got the Carpe Diem website up here. Did you want me to pull that up?
Yes. Perhaps you can connect your wallet with it, because not connecting a wallet, because it's
test wallet
showing personal statistics.
So are you guys seeing the green screen right now?
Well, I can also connect my wallet with and share my screen, because your wallet will be displayed. So I'm not sure if you want to review your wallet.
This is a test dummy wallet right here.
Okay.
So let's go to Pulsechain, because obviously you're launched on Pulsechain, correct? There we go.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
So now I've got a wallet connected, so it should show me the features here.
Yeah, so if you could zoom in, or maybe it is visible already. Yes. Yeah, like that.
Is that better?
Yes, I think it's more visible now. Yeah, so you see there are already 36 users who deposited CDP, and the payout is 9.26% a year. But note that this goes down when more deposits are made, because it needs to be the daily inflation needs to be spread amongst more deposits. So at the moment it's like a little over 100k in total value burned or deposited, how you would call it. And below you see the blocks where you can deposit. And if you scroll down a little bit, under that you see the payout. So when you have payout, it will show there, and you can click claim or redeposit. And it also, because I got some feedback from our community, also put a little estimation how much per month or per year it would be. And also referral system. I think Fast Abdul would like this. Yes, so when you share a referral link and someone deposited 1 CDP, you get 10% of the shares they get. So they don't get less, but you get 10%. So
and that 10% will go to the wallet that's connected when you do this, correct?
So when someone deposits 1 CDP through your link, then you will receive 0.1 shares, and they will receive 1 share.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I'm just pointing out that if somebody wants to use a referral link, they'll want to attach or connect the specific wallet that they want to do their Carpe Diem in, I'm guessing, is what I'm saying. So like most people in crypto probably know this, but if you got several accounts in one wallet, it's going to be that referral link is specific to the wallet that's connected at this time, right?
Well, you can refer yourself if you want to, but it's we don't want to make things overly complex. Trying to keep the code as simple as possible, because the simpler it is, the less chance of breaking it, basically. So yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, and what day did you guys launch on?
We launched at the 1st of January.
Awesome. And how many tokens did you guys launch with? What was the supply at the beginning?
I think 550 million or something like that. And
Okay.
it was all distributed to, sorry, I don't know if you hear that on the background, but there's a motorcycle driving past. So it was all spread to the participants of the sacrifice. And I like to not stimulate expectations with the community. So they kind of might have expected to receive a certain amount of tokens, but what we did, we airdropped 3 tokens for 1 point, and we didn't tell anyone about it. So that's quite funny. So they see more tokens in their wallet than they thought they would get.
Oh, that's a great surprise. Did you guys are launched on Pulsechain, but you're not launched on any other networks? And
no, and also not planning to in the near future.
Why did you guys choose to launch on Pulsechain?
Well, Pulsechain is a really good network. It's a full state Ethereum fork. This means, I can explain everything, but I think most of the people know it already. But it's basically a copy of Ethereum with more speed and lower transaction costs. So Ethereum is a really solid and I would say decentralized network. This is really important to have many nodes, and Pulsechain also has a lot of nodes. So it seems like a solid network to me, and as an OG hexagon, I also have quite a few hex, and I'm also holding that and restaking every time. But that's the way how I came into Pulsechain, and that just feels natural to me.
I like that answer. We're going to be launching our project eventually on Pulsechain, and two of the reasons that we chose Pulsechain obviously are some of the ones that you mentioned, the way it performs and the fact that it's so decentralized. But the community is really what we want. That's who we want to communicate with. That's who we want in our group, right? You got people that know how to party, first of all, as Caitlin can attest to. But B, you also have the smartest people in crypto. Like, we're light years ahead of what most people understand about blockchain or how to use it or how just not to lose your money, right? Like, we've got an insane amount of brain power here. So if I bring an idea to a community and I want them to be able to wrap their heads around it, I like going to the Pulsechain and Hex community because we've been, educated by Richard Hart so well and by each other in this space. I mean, looking at the people in chat, you've got Crypto Coffee, SJ, Vets, everyone's always sharing all their alpha. And then, as we were saying early, Access Alive, the guy's he's got some sort of a brain that doesn't stop seeing the angles and seeing how things fit together. So yeah, I was just going to give a shout out to the Pulsechain community when it comes to launching a project. Hexclip says CDP is a great way to save money for your children. So when they go to college or whatever, you can give them a passive income stream. So make sure to use a brand new wallet. When I talk about that one, and then we'll go into I guess after that, we can go into the tokenomics of it.
Yeah, all right. Is there so Hexclips, is a really nice guy, and he is also a really OG Hexagon. In the early days, he clipped videos from Richard Hart when clips weren't a thing yet. So that was really funny, and he got a lot of audience. And he also joined our community very early, and he's also one of my Telegram moderators. He's a really nice guy, and he actually has bought a domain name, pulsepension.com, and he puts this link at the end of every clip he makes, and this redirects to his referral link. So that's really a smart idea. And he says, well, for me, it's not really worth it to make a pension because I'm already a bit older. But for my children, it's a really good option to save for my children, because this is also a great point. You can, with a normal pension fund, you cannot transfer it over. When you die, in some rare cases, you can transfer it over to your wife for example. So, but to your children, to other people you love, you cannot transfer it to them.
Right.
But with Carpe Diem Pension, you can just hand over the private keys, because it's bound to an address and not to a person. So that's really smart, and a cool strategy indeed. Yeah,
well, and I mean, they're planning on that, right? They don't want to pay out any more or any longer than they have to. They're planning on you kicking the bucket within a few years of you retiring from your job. So this is great that you can transfer that as well. I just want to give a shout out to Talarus in the chat. Haven't seen you for a while. How are you doing? And Tin Top's in the house. I see Mike Roth says, where are those guys on X? So yeah, where are you guys on X?
It's Carpe Diem CDP. I'm not logged in, but I will send it in the private chat, and maybe someone can.
Vets did it.
If you scroll, you'll see it up there. I put the link for on X in there.
Oh yes, I see.
Hey, if you wouldn't mind, can you touch base on audits completed and if any admin keys? Like, and we know, we're a little educated. We know that there are some good admin keys. Not all admin keys are bad.
Can we actually ask him to do the tokenomics first before the audit
Yes.
and the keys?
Yes.
Okay,
Hey guys,
so
one
go ahead.
little thing. Me and SJ, we actually have a team meeting coming
Yeah.
up. I really appreciated being here. I love this Carpe Diem project. I'm going to look into it further, but I do have to roll out.
Hey, before you guys bounce, let people know where they can follow you and where they get information on the tour.
The easiest thing is just to go to pulsechaintour.com, real easy. All of our socials are connected on the homepage. So if you want to find us individually, you can just click on our picture and it'll go to our Twitters. But yeah, pulsechaintour.com, that's all you need. Every event is there.
Awesome. Thank you. And SJ, where
Thank
can
you for
people
being here.
jump on and follow you and your adventures?
You're muted.
It's okay.
Same thing Black Hexagon said. Yeah, go to pulsechaintour.com. Our socials are all there. I'm at AWildSJ all over the place. That's where you can find my face.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. You're always welcome on the channel, and we'll be talking soon.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Sorry about that interruption. I know you've got this train of thought, but like I said, if I'm sitting there and I think, okay, I've got to create a pension, because we've got two really interesting models to deal with, right? We have Hex, which is the first CD or time deposit. And then we have Texan, which is the first endowment that's set up kind of like an endowment. And so now you're looking at pensions, 401ks, and a real retirement idea. And so what functions or what tokenomics did you build into this so that people can deposit and hopefully, get a good return later on?
Yeah, so there was an initial supply of 550 or something. I'm not sure exactly, but it was like 500 million tokens. So this was spread amongst sacrificers, and what you and turn it into shares. And when you do that, you get a yearly, daily payout. But I don't want people to sit behind their computer every day. And this is also a vision of mine. I have tried trading, and I noticed I was becoming a zombie. So I just quit everything when I realized that that's what's happening. So I want people to enjoy their life, to go out, also to work, with nice colleagues, enjoy working, but don't have the obligation to work like till you are 70 or something like that. So so you get the payout, and this payout is paid from 4.32% a year from the inflation of CDP, and that's basically all. Well, there are ways to get shares, but that's not really connected to the token, so to say.
Okay, so you've got the supply of tokens, and the supply of tokens, it inflates at a point of 4.32 per year, right? Per year, and then that's paid to whoever. If I buy the CDP token, I've got to come in here and deposit it, right?
Yes, so you can hold it as a token. You can speculate on people buying and deposit it for permanently, forever. That is something traders might do, speculate on that. You see that also happening with Hex. But people wanting to use the system, really build a pension, they deposit. So it's not an obligation to deposit and build a pension, but it's an option.
So when I deposit the CDP in here to get shares, do I determine when my payouts happen in the future, or do I just let them accumulate and roll, so to speak, like snowball, as long as I want, and then I end that share? Or sorry, I can unstake a portion of my shares. Is that correct?
No, you can never unstake your shares. So they are permanently tied to your account. So it's also very important to use a hardware wallet and keep good practice, not photographing your private keys or seed words or whatever. And
when I take the, sorry to interrupt, when I take the Carpe Diem tokens and I buy shares with them, you said that they're burnt, they're destroyed forever. So that means that share lives on forever as well.
Yes,
correct?
That's right.
And then I'm competing with other people to see how many shares we get, because that determines that payout of 4.23%.
Yes, and in total, there are 1.3 shares generated on every CDP deposit. So 0.1 goes to the referral program, and 0.2 goes to the auction. The auction is a bit complicated, so that's why I didn't talk about it yet. And if there's no referral, then it also goes to the auction. So there's always 1.3 shares going into the system.
Awesome. And then, so basically you're hoping to take the liquid supply off the market and have people deposit it to receive shares, correct?
Indeed. And coming back to your previous question, it's indeed that you build up your payout, so it accumulates over time. And when you, for example, deposit $100 the first time, then 9% is $9, but that is what you will get in a whole year. So you will get less than $1 per month. But when you make more deposits, when you make a deposit the next month and also $100, then your total deposit is $200. And so your monthly payout will also increase. But this is when the price is stable, of course. If the price rises, that $100 from the first month might have increased in value to, for example, $110, and then you deposit $100 the second month, and your total value deposited is then 210, for example. So you build up the payout, and that way you can decide when to retire. So there's no date you have to set. It's really a relaxed thing, because I really like Hex, and it's a really amazing system if you want to create savings, planned savings. And I really advise, I cannot advise, but recommend people to do that. But Carpe Diem pension is a bit more relaxed. It's just every month deposit, and eventually you can take out the payout every month.
Awesome. Okay, so basically you're building like this snowball as big as you can, and you're trying to get to a point where they call the burn rate, so you can harvest or take a certain percentage of profits, and after a certain point it'll grow faster than you're taking profits, right? If you get to that point, like let's say that you put in enough money over the years that it was worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then you're able to live off a portion of that and let most of it continue to grow. That would be like ideal in this situation, right?
Yeah, so it's at a certain point when you start claiming your payouts, then it's logical to not deposit anymore. But of course, when the price rises, it might happen that the value still increases. So indeed, it's a really nice example of that snowball. I haven't thought of that before, but it's a really nice visualization.
Yeah, we're actually like a flywheel. A lot of people talk about the momentum of a flywheel, a big heavy wheel that once you get it going, it takes very little to keep it going. Hexius Man in the house says, yes, sir, I was going to hop on with you guys, but would have been joining a bit late. Now I'm catching up. Tech Talk's one of the absolute best shows, though. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
And,
make also sure you can also watch it back. And it was also really interesting about the Pulsechain tour in Vegas. So yeah, watch it back when we are done.
And anyone here in chat, ask any questions that you have for the developers and the founder here, because this is your chance to ask whatever you want. Can we go into the auctions first before we go into the audits?
All right. So yes, you can on the left you can go to the auction page, and this is quite complicated stuff. But basically, what it is, you can deposit PLS. And get a share of the auction. And you can see how many total shares are in the auction. So at the current day, it's almost 200,000. And this is divided at the end of the day to everyone who deposited PLS.
And so for each PLS, you get one chance to win?
It's like a combined deposit, combined auction. So I'm not sure if you're aware how Hex, the adoption amplifier works, but it's similar to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And this is also the reason.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So the adoption amplifier of Hex was like releasing Hex tokens, and instead of releasing tokens, we are basically auctioning shares. And these shares, it's really a nice system because these shares cannot be sold on the market. They only get a very small fraction in payout every day.
How long does this auction go for? Does this go for the life of the...
This goes forever, because for every CDP deposit, 0.2 shares go to the auction, and every day 5%, it's put in a jar basically, and every day 5% of that jar is auctioned off. So this 5% equalizes a bit how much shares there are.
So if I'm reading this chart right, on day 67, there was almost 53,000 CDP minted that day, and there were about 208,000 shares, and those 208,000 shares were divided amongst 3.7 million Pulse. However much Pulse you put in, you probably got that share of those shares. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. So you get the value on one to the right. You see that is PLS per share. So so it costs you the last day. It was like an anomaly because it was quite high. I think someone didn't quite know how it worked or something like that, because it's quite a high price. But when it's I think when it's in the over time, it will be fine. So you see normally it's 3 or 4 PLS per share, so it costs you 4 PLS to get 1 share.
Mm-hmm.
But this is only decided at the end of the day, and days last 20 hours. So what we had with Hex, the adoption amplifier, and this was really horrible for people living in Europe. It was the days lasted 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And it was always in the middle of the night with us. So, so with the 20-hour day, it shifts 6 times before getting back. So that's a way to get more chance for people all over the world to participate. And because the last moments are probably the most important.
Yeah, well, and back in the adoption amplifier days, there'd be a difference, almost an arbitrage opportunity between the market price of Hex and the adoption amplifier price of Hex. So as I can see, like I said, yesterday people paid almost 18 pulse per share, but before that it's sticking around 3 and 4 pulse per share. It looks like.
Yes, that's correct. And in the early days, it was like really low. It was also below 1, or I think the lowest was 0.3 or something like that.
Okay.
So those people who were in the first days, they were had already figured out how the auction worked, that they got quite a lot of shares for cheap price.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay, now I'm guessing information is where we go over the audits.
Yes, you can click on that and you will find the audits as well. So it brings you to another page, the information, the Gitbook page, and you can also find under downloads, you can find our white paper and some of our brand assets. And there's some other information on there, but it's still being worked on. So I will probably put every information from the white paper also in the Gitbook, so people don't have to download the file.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And you've got one from Quill Audits, Tech Rate, and Solid Proof that people can actually, you publish the whole audit on all 3 of these?
Yes. So we are audited 3 times. And yeah, we were searching for really good audits. So not audits that were just had a good reputation and just said, well, it's good to go. But we really wanted a deep dive. So with Quill Audits and Solid Proof, we also did extensive manual testing, writing custom scripts, etc. And especially Quill Audits found a lot of issues, and I'm really happy about that because I really wanted them to find everything that was there so we could fix it. And I'm really, if you want a solid audit, my recommendation is really with Quill Audits, and Solid Proof from Germany is also quite good. Really nice guys as well. And
So, I was just going to ask, as far as those that double checked the math, the formulas behind it. So you're kind of speaking to Krill. Did they touch it up and review all of that?
Yeah. So yes. So they during the audit process, they also asked a lot of questions about the tokenomics, the math, and ask a few questions. Is this intended behavior? Is this this does that? So yeah, they really. I think they really did a deep dive into the project and not looked for standard issues or stuff like that, but also really the tokenomics were reviewed.
And is there a white paper? Where can people look at it?
Yeah, it's currently under the downloads. And some of the terms used in there are a bit outdated, a bit technical as well. So my goal is to make it a little bit more simple, because also in the stream, it's still quite complicated for people, and I want it's for people to be more simple, and also because I'm planning to onboard a lot of people who haven't done anything with crypto yet. So yes, that's something to work on.
Cool.
I think we should also mention that there are no admin keys because somebody asked. So
Yeah.
the token has 0 admin keys, like usually a library called Ownable, where you can do some stuff, but you can check the code. There's nothing. I think.
Yeah, actually, there is an Audible because we had 3 smart contracts interconnected with each other, and in order to set them up to point them to each other, we had to have admin keys, but these were renounced immediately. So those are gone, and now nobody has control over it anymore.
Yeah.
Right. And is there a way to prove the renouncement of keys? I'm asking for myself because we'll probably have some admin keys like you did at the beginning to connect our contracts, and then we're going to want to renounce them afterwards.
You can, if you go to the contracts, you can view the contracts on the Explorer, and there you can see in the contract functions, you can call something like owner, and if that says 0x000, basically the null address, that means that nobody is the owner, that it's renounced.
Cool.
So this is also a way to check it with other contracts.
Yeah, Fast is asking about a gauged pool on Fux.io. Pay bribe your holders to provide liquidity. So I'm not sure how those work.
Hexclips also told me about that, but I still have to look into it. I've been very busy, but I will definitely look into it.
I mentioned that too.
Cool.
When we started,
yes.
Cool.
That's true. Yes.
Nuclear Herbs says, can you give a brief overview of the mechanics to exit? Let's say I'm happy after 5 years and I want out. What's the process and what am I withdrawing? Which token? Good question.
Yeah, so you are withdrawing CDP, just like you put in, and you cannot withdraw everything. You basically have a permanent passive income. So every day, if you want, but let's say every month, then you can claim your payout. So yeah.
Awesome. And I'm just looking at a chart. Like I said, we're 60 days into this about, you said 67. And you can really see it looks like the people that were given 3 to 1 were so happy that they got rid of a bunch.
Yes,
so
that's always the case.
As
Some people didn't understand it, but generally speaking, I'm quite happy with the launch.
But it recovered fairly quickly, so it's kind of making a range right now between 3 zeros and a 5 down here and 3 zeros and a 7 up here. So it'll be interesting to see as people figure out how this works and learn about it and start going for the shares, what that'll do to price.
Hey, it's kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to see. Can you call out what the liquidity is and market cap?
Oh, yeah, and I'll try zooming in here too as well. Got a bunch of old people on watching this, right? Okay, so looks like let me back out a little bit. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it looks like right now liquidity is 99,000. And then you've got the volume is 176K.
That's
right?
fully diluted value. So that's basically the market cap.
Oh, okay. So this is the market cap right there. So
yeah,
okay,
volume
cool.
isn't really a lot. I think it says $133.
Mm-hmm. And right now it's about 4.15 pulse per CDP, which is pretty close to that auction that you guys have going on.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. But that's why I said that 18 PLS per share thing anomaly was also a bit high. So that's he
Right.
paid basically the people entering at that day paid a premium.
Yeah. Cool.
So
all right.
when was the token launched? Was that like
January
Jan-
1st,
First of January.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
the start of the year.
So when everyone was sleeping out, I was busy with launching the project.
Cool. All right, let's see if we got any other questions here in chat. Not at the time. Do you have any other questions, Vet?
No, we covered audits, admin keys. No, it's looking good, sounding good. I think you're on to something. Like everything, it's all about, you just got to market it and put it out there like you're doing, So this is a great step in that direction. And now that you're out of the stealth phase, you can be as public and putting your project out there and make it happen. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to elaborate that that we are trying to make people enthusiastic who are not necessarily yet in crypto. So this is a really hard task because they often think something bad about crypto. So this is a hard task, but I think when basically a lot of people already realize the current pension systems aren't working for them. So they want an alternative where they have more control, and we are providing that. So I think, there is also a lot of room to bring new people into Pulsechain. So not only into CDP, but because it's on Pulsechain, they need to buy PLS to transact.
Hey, so Leaf is your developer, right? What is your background and experience, Leaf, if you don't mind?
I actually studied mechanical engineering, and I'm a self-taught developer, and I worked in the aerospace sector for almost 7 years. And so in 2017, I discovered crypto, and I didn't have any money then, and had I invested, ICO era, I lost all of it, and I want to hang on to the space because I really liked it. So they're like, you can be an owner, developer, investor. There's certain roles you can be in crypto. So I thought, I can be a developer. So I started learning, and I was very lucky. I had a very good mentor guy who gave me projects to do fast. So while I was learning, I was earning, so I could leave my mechanical job. This guy, he quit crypto like 2018 because he thought the space is very bad actors, so he's quite sensitive. So I picked up all his clients, which was good for me. And since then I'm very excited about crypto and everything. Like, I love doing projects. I've done maybe 20, 25. And I just I like meeting people, and somebody tells me his idea, I try to make it, even though he doesn't pay me. I've done many projects with friends who didn't have money, and they tell me, if it picks up, you get percentage. So I'm really happy to be in this space. I've stopped all my hobbies, stopped swimming, stopped everything, just focus on learning. And it's crypto, so much to learn every day, new stuff. So I'm just very happy to be here, and I'm happy I met Celia and everyone. So
Good. Hey, and it means a lot being putting your faces out there as founders, because I think it's getting old, with people not putting themselves out there, hiding, and so this is good. You guys are on the right track, man. So congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, I had many bad experiences with developers, owners, and because I don't like that, I have even my name on my bio. I had a personal page with my first and last name because, I don't plan to do anything bad. I'm just normal person. So it was like a reflex to all the people who are anonymous and hiding, developers and all that. So I just didn't want to be like that. And
respect. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I personally like privacy, but I feel like as a founder, I have to give up a bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's the trade-off, right? It is what it is.
Yeah. Nuclear Herb says, thanks for answering. So if I understand that right, the shares will will be getting paid forever. So I guess I should make sure someone gets my wallet after I'm dead then. And then Hexcliff's answers, yeah, you get paid the day after you deposit for every day forever. He says, make sure you use a brand new wallet that's just used for CDP. So
yeah, and that's a good tip for everything. For every crypto, make another wallet, because there are a lot of ways to get scammed, and even without you realizing it. And I have, I think 1 or 2 people a month come to me crying that they lost X amount of money because they fell into something, and it happens to everyone, really. And so don't think you are resistant to this, because really, in my experience, it happens to everyone. So just make a new wallet for everything. And with Pulsechain, this is really easy, because with Pulsechain, you don't need a lot of fees. And with Ethereum, it can be hard to make multiple wallets, because every wallet needs Ethereum in it. But with Pulsechain, this is a lot better.
Yeah, and the Hexclips brings up a good point. Shout out to Nuclear Herbs. If you guys want to follow Nuclear Herbs on Twitter, he's the one that's been bringing out all the information on the RH case against the SEC. So thank you very much. And it looks like he is planning on being in Vegas again. If you guys in the chat are going to be in Vegas, throw a +1. And then if you guys are going to be in Salt Lake in April, and do a +2. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
I might be there at the KSB event in Amsterdam, but someone from my community is going there, and he said, well, are you going as well? So I don't have my tickets yet, but I think it would be really cool to be there.
Yeah, and that's in some, especially for new projects, you gotta go to the IRL events, because that's where everybody's at. And you shake hands, kiss babies, all that good stuff, hang out with people, and then next thing you know, you're on other streams with those people and getting the word out, larger audiences. It's stepping blocks, but going to in real life meetups will fast forward and help fast track where you want to take this project.
Yeah. So one thing I personally am also doing right now is I connected up with Lit. My life is awesome.
Yeah, awesome
and
guy.
He is doing a great project, connecting really a lot of projects and founders, and I'm happy to be part of it. And he is doing a mustache meme competition right now. So
Nice.
I have prepared something funny. Let me see. So now my
good.
life is awesome as well.
That's good stuff.
I thought that was Lit for a second. I was like, oh, Lit's on here.
Yes.
That's great. So
stuff,
going forward, obviously, you don't want to promise or you don't want to make any promises of future work for other people. But where would you like to see?
It's
Carpe
really
Diem
hard
go in the future?
to not hint at anything, but
right.
I'm trying to.
So where would you like to see it go? I would ask. What kind of effect would you like this project to have on people?
Yeah, to be honest, with Hex, I've experienced what it is to be rich. And I can say this is not many people have desires for a Lambo or for whatever. I am lucky that I didn't really have this desire, but still I experienced that it's not all positive to have a lot of money. But what you really want, and this is only a very small fraction of people who manage to do this, is turning your richness into wealthiness. And this is Carpe Diem pension basically forces you to become wealthy, because you deposit and you have this forever. You cannot touch it. So how stupid you are, well, basically the only stupid thing you can do is leak your private keys. But aside from that, if you are stupid in life, you made some horrible decisions and you need money, you are not going to touch your pension. It's not going to happen. So it's basically, yes, it's you are building wealth, and this wealth is paying you every month.
Awesome.
And that's what I love to see many people doing.
Hey, I was going back to the chart. Are you guys gonna lock any liquidity? Is this gonna just remain open? Any thoughts on that?
Currently, there are, I think, 2 major liquidity providers,
Mhm.
and I can say that I'm one of them, but I am not planning to lock it, and this is for a particular reason, because in my experience, I have been for a very long time in crypto, and I have seen many decentralized exchanges, but Pulsex V2 might be the best right now, but there might be something better in the future. But if it's locked, you are stuck with it. And I've seen a lot of projects die because they launched on Uniswap V1 and locked their liquidity there. And this flexibility is something I want. People can, of course, lock liquidity themselves if they want to, but I am not going to do that for this reason. And I really hope that people will also, out of goodwill, provide liquidity, because now it's a bit centralized, and I really hope that it's getting more decentralized.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Very good. Thank you.
So that's one thing you want to see going forward, is more decentralized liquidity on the exchanges. And then you're hoping, like you said, that more people will take advantage of these tools, specifically Carpe Diem, to turn their mindset from money or riches to wealth, because being rich is measured in dollars or whatever your currency is, and wealth is measured in time.
You can be rich, buy a Lambo and crash it into a tree, and then you are not rich anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think the quote comes from Buckminster Fuller. So Buckminster Fuller was this crazy inventor back in the day. He came up with a lot of cool solutions for people's need for food and housing and energy. But he also, in one of his patents, he wrote down that wealth is the number of days forward you can live on the money that you have, or the money coming in, right? And so wealth is measured in time, whereas, like you said, you can be really, really rich on paper and have nice things, but you still, that doesn't mean you can pay your bills tomorrow. So
yeah, and I also see this with celebrities. I hope celebrities will also go into Carpe Diem pension, because one problem celebrities have, and if anyone is watching this, please take notes. You are only famous for a short period of time, and after that, you have a really hard life. And I see this with. I've watched some interviews with very famous DJs back in the 80s or 90s, and they made millions and millions. And what they did, they had a private jet, went shopping every Friday with friends, and gave away a lot of money. And they are not famous. Well, still famous, but they are not popular anymore. And now they are just doing a 9-to-5 job to keep on providing for their families, so those are great examples of people being rich, but this is not sustainable. You need to turn that richness into wealthiness if you want to benefit for the rest of your life from it.
Great. And I'm again, not to put words in your mouth or expectations of work of others. Do you guys have an idea of how you'd like to reach out to the community, get the word out about this, and spread awareness?
Yeah, so I can only do a limited part myself. I'm trying really hard to make the most out of it, but because we have a referral system, anyone can spread the word and in turn get free shares. So I encourage everyone to share their referral links, not spam them, perhaps tell a little bit about Carpe Diem, ask me anything. I'm available in Telegram, Discord, or Twitter. You can always hit me up when we are still small. Just try to educate people a bit. So not only spam your link, but send your link, send a picture with it, or tell a bit of information. Why are you participating in Carpe Diem pension, for example? It's also really interesting to hear the personal stories.
Oh,
So,
I
yes.
remember one question I had. Is there an OA or an origin address with the bulk of these coins? And also,
Yes.
how do you deal with whales? Is there a way that whales could come in and manipulate this system?
Whales can always manipulate, and I don't believe in restrictions. So I think restrictions make break a lot of things. So I didn't put any restrictions on it. There was one giant whale who sacrificed and owns a lot of the supply, but he also deposited a lot in the pension. So it was also a lot of it was locked forever. Furthermore, about the OA, the project does not own any CDP, but there is an OA. We call it the Swiss address, and that receives all the PLS from the auction. So the only revenue we get, the Swiss address gets, is from the auction in PLS. And again, there should be no expectations from this address, but it might happen that this address also wants CDP, but it has to buy it from the market then, because it doesn't get anything for free.
Hey, so did you mention was there an airdrop for this? And if so, how was that determined to go up, be shared out?
Yeah, so there was an airdrop, and this was a real airdrop. So most airdrops nowadays are free claims and not really an airdrop. So a real airdrop is an event at which people receive free tokens. And a free claim is an event at which people can claim free tokens. But there's a very major difference. With a free claim, you need to approve a transaction. And this is where it goes wrong a lot of times. People get scammed because they approve a wrong transaction, and they approve an approval instead of a smart contract thing. So they basically allow others to steal their coins. And so we did a real airdrop to the addresses who sacrificed for a fair and guaranteed pension back in January or early 2023. It lasted a few months. Those people got points, and for each point gained, we airdropped 3 CDP. And one of the reasons we decided to airdrop 3 was because the amount in the sacrifice was lower than we had hoped. So we wanted the supply to be a bit higher.
Yeah, and going back to the OA, it doesn't get a copy of the bonuses, the referrals, the auction, or any of those things. It doesn't get a copy of the shares.
No, there's no way it gets free CDP. So the only way to get CDP is by buying it or participating in the auction.
Cool.
Well, and that's to get shares and then to get CDP. So it's I think it's a really fair system. So the OA or Swiss address, how you want to call it, is like any other user.
And how much Pulse has the Swiss address received so far in the 67 days of auctions?
That's a good question. I think it's what is 150 million or something.
Awesome.
But you see that it's you can analyze it, and you see that it's also putting in or basically distributing to a certain address, and that address is participating in the auction, so it circulates. And what you can also see is that this address doesn't claim its shares. So if you participate in the auction, you also have to claim the shares before they start generating payout. So this is also getting shares off the market, so the payout for other users remains higher. So this is something the Swiss address has been doing, has been cited. Some people have recognized this. So just want to be transparent about it.
So it's participating. Some of those are participating in the auction, but they're not claiming their shares, which means that as long as they don't claim those shares, that interest goes to the other people that are claiming their shares.
Yeah, and so you cannot expect them to never claim. You should expect nothing, but yes, till now it hasn't claimed any of those shares, and it are the shares they have gotten are a lot when they claim it. So yeah,
that kind of reminds me of the OA. The OA owns most of the T shares, but the OA is also only staking a portion of what it has, right? So if it had staked everything, then our payout per T share would be lower, where it's kind of like giving us a lot more. It's kind of in that same vein for the time being.
Yeah, and indeed, it's similar.
Yeah, and we have no idea if the OA is ever going to stake all its stuff, right? So it's just something you gotta weigh in the back of your mind as well.
Hey, do you guys have any plans?
To open it. Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. Any plans for going on launching this on other chains?
To be honest, I am also quite large into Tron. Also in that community, I've built a lot of friends there. But I don't want to launch on there really, because the CDP token is solely on Pulsechain, so it has to be through another token and maybe a slightly modified system. We are also open source, so with an MIT license, so people can copy it when they mention our name. But if there is someone in the Tron space who says, well, I would like to implement the system or part of the system, I'm open for collaboration, so to say. because I think it's there are going to be copycats, and better to have wheeled things. Yes.
What's your take on liquid loans? Have you checked the liquid loans and the various ways of making passive income over there?
Yes, so
on
liquid loans, to be honest, I am not really the most positive about it because it was marketed to me as a way to never, what was it?
Never sell your Pulse.
But this is not true because it's indirectly selling, and nobody believes me when I say this, even when I provide calculations, because you get a stablecoin and you can sell this stablecoin, but basically by doing that you are selling the PLS, and someone else is buying the stablecoin. I don't remember exactly because it was quite complicated, but so because it was marketed this way, I see that it's not true. That's why I don't like it. But as a way to lock value, it has the facts are that there is a lot of value locked in it, and it has put Pulsechain among the big players with total value locked. So I must congratulate them on that. And maybe I can look into it, but I'm not really a large fan of lending. Basically, you are putting your collateral at risk, and that's something I don't like.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I took the other side of liquid loans. So instead of doing a vault with my Pulse, I took a bunch of USDL, and I'm staking that and earning the loan token, which has been been paying it just dipped under 100% APR, so it's like 90 today.
Correct.
But it was insane. In the first weeks, it was like 1,500% But if you look at the chart of loan, you can see it's kind of a dump token right now, and that's probably going to happen for a while until it kind of evens out, So,
indeed, that's a smart move indeed. So not putting your PLS at risk, but just doing it via their really own tokens. That's a good move, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's funny about that is as much as people were complaining, those that locked it up for like 2 years with liquid loans, they might be the winners in the end, and just like this whole last bear market, a lot of hexagons were saved, and and we came out through the other side with our stuff intact because we didn't fall into the traps of Celsius and 3 arrows and everything else.
Yeah.
So
me included, by the way. So yes, I really learned about locking up for a certain amount of time and forcing yourself to hold, and that made it was amazing. And the fact that Carpe Diem pension, you can permanently lock up and permanently protect yourself and only basically get a yield. That's, I think it's insane, and I can still not believe it that I'm the one who got that idea out of the air.
Hey man, you never know. And biggest thing with that, and a lesson like a lot of us learn, because originally with the hex stakes, we had them on like Metamask hot wallet. And, as we've become educated, we've learned how to migrate that, get it off of there, put it onto a hardware wallet. So like for this example, new address, and whatever, but just use the hardware wallet with the new address, period. Yeah.
Yes. So that's the best option. And for people not able to do that option, make sure that it's like on an old laptop, that's not connected to the internet, only when you are participating or doing actions with the wallet. So There are ways to put a non-hardware wallet on the hardware wallet, but it's very hard and also not really advised because the keys might still be leaked in some files on your computer or left over or already leaked. But it is possible to transfer over to a hardware wallet, but it's best to start fresh from a new hardware wallet.
Yeah, and people can join your Telegram and ask you any questions that they have, and participate in the community at t.me/Carpe Diem CDP. And then we've had the website that put up here, carpediempension.com, right?
Yes, that's our link.
And then your Carpe Diem on Twitter or?
Carpe Diem CDP, yes.
Okay.
Carpe Diem is a name quite commonly used, so just Carpe Diem wasn't available anymore, so just with CDP behind it. And that's basically in our all our socials except for Discord. Discord is discord.gg/Carpe Diem. So yes.
Awesome. Is there anything else, anywhere else that you guys would like to share with the community to get involved with your project or reach out to you?
No, not really. I think when you have questions, just go to our Telegram or Discord, or you can also find the links over on our website. And then under information, you can find everything you need. And just ask your questions before doing anything, because I see people still doing stupid things. Just ask first, don't rush. And it's really a long-term project. There is really no reason to rush. Take a few days, whatever.
Yeah, I know you guys open to coming on more streams and sharing this information, doing some more AMAs in the community of YouTubers.
Yeah, sure. I hope I inspired some people, and I'm really happy to join at more talks, more people's channels, be around, show my face. And thank you for being the first Pulse YouTuber covering Carpe Diem.
You got it. That's it. The credit goes to Hex Clips because he's the one that has been feeding me some cool information. And anytime he clips any of our tech talks, I'm always honored. So thank you very much to Hex Clips.
Yeah. So as a thank you, if you want to deposit at Carpe Diem Pension and you want to support Hex Clips, go to pulsepension.com. That will forward to his referral address, and you will help him by that.
And that'll be his referral address. It's pulsepensions.com.
Pulse Pension.
Pulsepension.com.
Without S, yeah.
Got it. Cool. I think that's about everything we've got for you guys. Thank you very much for coming on, answering all these questions, showing your face, sharing the project. Thanks for putting work ahead of, the sacrifice or trying to get the money, because it's not easy to build something and get it audited without, to bootstrap it, I should say. And there's
yes, and I must really thank Lev for it, because he is such an honest and kind dev. It took me a long time to find him. I have worked with many developers in the past, and many of them have scammed me, basically. So when I found Lev, and he is doing really honest stuff, he does not really care about the money in the first place, which most of the devs do. So that's also very generous of him. And he also did a lot of work voluntarily for us. So that's, I really want to thank you on the stream.
Yeah, it's all right. It's my pleasure, really. Yeah, I mean, yeah, above the money is like human relations for me in this space, and yeah, I think found something very important with you. Yeah, thank you guys for hosting us. Because we're a small project, and it's really nice getting some lights of attention. Yeah, that's it.
And I don't
Really
know if you
appreciate it.
guys have watched Tech Talk to the end before, but we like to do something called the awkward wave goodbye. So I'm going to throw some music on here, and I want you guys to wave as awkwardly as possible to the camera for our outro. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Awesome. Thanks for
All right.
thanks for indulging me. You guys have a great day. Well, thank you so much for everyone in the comments. You guys are great. You guys asked some really good questions. So thanks for being here, and we'll catch you on the next Tech Talk.
All right.